My name is Megan, and this is a story about the house I grew up in. I grew up in a small town in Jewell County. Esbon was established in 1887 along the railroad. It was a booming town with a decent amount of people and several businesses. 127 years later, and Esbon is still there. It's just less populated. When I was 3, my mom, dad, and I moved out of Esbon into the country. We moved into the house that my great-great-grandparents built around 1913. It was a 2-story house that they raised their 9 children in. This house remained in the family, and my dad bought it from his dad in 1997. My mom and dad put a lot of work into remodeling the house and cleaning it up. They added a wall to create more rooms in the main floor, transformed a bedroom into a bathroom, and also replaced the flooring and other various things being done along the way. As you can tell from the pictures, we had a big white farmhouse with beautiful windows and old large trees that always provided my little brother and I shade when we played outside. My mom's favorite part of the house was the handrail and banister. It was original to the house and it made the house unique. My mom took pride in her garden and she lined it with limestone. As a kid, I was always outside playing with cats and I enjoyed climbing trees. But my favorite part of the house was definitely my room. My mom let me redecorate it when I was 9. I chose to sponge paint it orange, yellow, pink, and green. My room was as bold and bright as I was. I loved my room. It was the only room I had ever known. My mom, brother, and I moved to Concordia when I was in 7th grade, and my dad moved back into our house. So I still got my room every other weekend. I loved going home. I enjoyed the small town country life, and I loved spending time in my room, because it was completely my own. They say you don't know what you have until it's gone, and I will tell you that that is true. On May 27, 2013, an EF4 tornado destroyed my childhood home. We had seen storm chasers around Smith and Jewell counties all afternoon, but I didn't think anything would happen. Later that evening, a tornado touched down. It leveled one house and did minor damage to a handful of others, and all but leveled my own house. It was 5 days before I could get away from work and see the damage myself. Most of the windows were broken out, the shingles were all ripped off, and only a few sad, ugly trees still stood. Our garage, shed, and silo bin were missing. There was a ceiling fan in our yard that did not belong to us, and there was debris everywhere. But I hadn't seen the worst. Walking inside the house was hard. There was broken glass everywhere, and things were just everywhere. The insulation was ripped off of the kitchen. The roof had been partially ripped off and then slammed back on, causing cracks in the ceiling and the walls. I decided to go upstairs and see my room. The wall beside the stairs was pulled away about 6 inches, and we could see clear down into the basement. We checked the upstairs bathroom. The window was broken out. There was insulation all over. And next we went to my brother's room. The window didn't break, and the only noticeable damage was the cracks in the wall from the roof coming back down. We went to my room next. Both windows were shattered, posters ripped off the wall, and dirt was plastered all over my wall. My mini blinds were tangled with my canopy, and my robe from the other side of the room was tangled in there. However, my necklaces right next to the window remained untouched. The room that was completely my own, and everything I needed it to be, was broken beyond repair. The house shifted on its foundation and was sinking in. It was cheaper to buy a new one than to fix up this one. We got what was salvageable out of our rooms and left. We still haven't set a date to have the house torn down yet, and I'm grateful. Every time I go home on a visit, I drive out there just to look and think about all the memories I have out there. This is my contribution to Kansas history, because what's more Kansan than a tornado?